Bushcraft 412, and today I want to talk about the Marlin Model 25MN. MN is in Man Nancy. Now this rifle, I guess, was only produced from about 88 to 2003, so it's been out of production for close to a decade now. Still a lot of them available. You'll see a lot on the auction websites. I got this particular model probably right around 1990 or 1991. Maybe 92 at the latest. I was actually a teenager when I got this. This is one of my earliest rifles. I've had this thing, since I was a teenager. I did put it into storage for a lot of years, when I was away at college, and, it did get a little bit of rust while I was away, and, I've gotten most of it off, but, storage did, do a number on this thing. Other than that, this gun actually only has maybe 150 rounds to it, despite its age. Very beautiful gun. When I initially got it when I was a teenager, I probably only put maybe 50 rounds to it, and then kind of put the thing away and didn't fire it for, my God, almost 20 years. I just started shooting this thing again about 2 years and a half ago or so. I had it at my parents' in storage. Let's get right to business now. The 25MN is an older model Marlin. It was, it's out of production. It's a bolt-action 22 Magnum. Let's get into the features. It has a nice checkered stock. Very nice stock on this. Very high quality. Very happy with it. It came with iron sights. I added the scope about a year and a half ago. Prior to that, it never had a scope. And this scope here is one of the center fires. I guess they're made by same company as Leapers and UTG. Kind of a low-end scope, but it actually works terrific on this rifle. Very good combination. Bolt action. Bolt, very nice and smooth. A little close to the scope, but I can live with it. Safety is actually my biggest complaint about this gun. As you can see, the safety is very loud. And it goes, it's very sticky too. Very hard, and it sticks in a couple places. It's not smooth. Don't like it. Don't trust it either, for that matter. Because it is sticky like that. I try never to use it. I only load this gun when I'm absolutely dead ready to fire. The iron sights on this were pretty good. I did use them for a while, but with a scope, accuracy on this thing is amazing. At 100 yards, this thing is a tack driver. At 100 yards, this scope, I've had good days where I've gotten groups, an inch or less, and I've had bad days where my groups have gone, 2-3 inches. I guess it really depends on the weather. The 22s really are, a very weather-dependent round. But this gun has the capability. This gun is more accurate than I am. Let's just put it this way. This gun has the capability of sub MOA at 100 yards. Very nice, very smooth. One of the coolest parts about this gun is the trigger. The trigger breaks like glass. It's not a heavy pull, which is nice. It's about the perfect amount of pull for me, but as you push it, as you can see, there's no, let me turn the safety off. Oh, safety is off. There's no give or wiggle to it. It just breaks. And we're not going to dry fire it. I don't like doing that. But, like I said, this thing just, when you're pulling this like glass, it just breaks. Very smooth, nice trigger. Great for target practice, because it is so smooth. Let's grab the magazine. This is the magazine. And of course, this is over 20 years old, so it is, in bad shape. It has a guide on the back, which sets it in nice and straight, which is kind of nice because it does have a tendency to fit in a little loose. I think that's the way it's designed, but this thing right here, the guide does keep it from falling out in any way, shape, or form. The release is on the bottom. Basically just lift up on it. Real easy, nice release. Never had a problem with the magazine falling out, Let's try that again. Reliability. It's bolt action, so of course it's 100% reliable. Never had an issue with it. This gun is a little picky about ammo, because this is the Marlin micro groove barrel, which I guess was a big deal back then. I don't know any technical specs about it and why it's so special, but you know, it's a big selling point, and in fact it's stamped on the barrel that it's a micro groove barrel. This thing loves CCI maxi mags. You put these in this gun, and that's when you get your sub MOA groups. Great rounds, and this rifle just chews them up. Loves it. Never a problem. They're so accurate. I fired some cheaper stuff, and some of the cheaper stuff still holds great groupings at 100 yards, but you know, CCIs just are so perfect in this gun. My scope setup, like I said, is a center point. It's just a 3x9. I think it's a 3x9 by 32. The normal dovetail rings, normal dovetail mounts. Nice amount of clearance to get to the bolt, so you can really put on longer scopes on this and not have to worry. You can also put on shorter scopes. Good amount of dovetail there to put on, so no problems there. This is definitely a gun you want to get with the scope. I did take this out varmint hunting and took some shots at this at 200 yards, and very nice. At 200 yards, this thing's still a pretty accurate gun. The round is not the greatest for 200 plus yards, but you know, it does stay pretty accurate, and killed quite a few groundhog with this thing this summer, so very nice varmint gun.